Hello and welcome to Dubai International Cricket Stadium for the third place playoffs between Team Spirit and Barmy Army. And hello and welcome to the SDG Fairbreak Invitational 2020. And I'm looking forward to you joining us for the final day. And I'm Lise Khobowe, and I'm joined in studio by Georgie Heath. Georgie, can you believe it? It's the final day, and I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to the next games that are coming.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. There actually have been tears this morning, and I don't know if that makes me really lame or just really passionate.
Yeah.
So take that how you will. Yeah, I'm excited. I think these teams, it's all to play for now. Nothing to lose. Last game, go out there, smash it, have a good time, and show what this tournament's been about and the talent that we've discovered. Yeah,
and we're seeing both teams are coming back from a loss. Are you expecting to see them play with a bit of enthusiasm, even if they're coming back from a loss?
Yeah, you know what? I think there's going to be a bit of vavavoom out there today. They might mix up their batting orders. Like, both had a loss yesterday. They've recovered from that. And I think they want to go out and finish on a high. You know, you say you lose for second and win for third. So that's what they're going to go out and do today.
And I'm looking forward to seeing just Barmy Army play, especially having Rumana Ahmed, who was so brilliant yesterday.
Oh, wasn't she good? She was, but it wasn't just in one aspect. It was everywhere. The ball followed her around. Without her runs at the end of their innings, I think Barmy Army would have really struggled in that with the defending that total. But yeah, her runs there, and then with the ball, she was great. And you can tell that she had such a good performance. Even on a losing side, she was player of the match. So it kind of just puts into perspective just how important that was. And they so nearly got over that line, the Barmy Army.
Yeah, and looking into Team Spirit, they've had Sophie Eccleston as well as Ayabonga Kaka. Are you expecting them to come into this third playoff, or are you expecting to see different players?
No, I think they're the kind of players, they are so competitive, and you don't get to this level without being that competitive and wanting to play every game and wanting to play cricket whenever you can. So I think they're going to want to come out. Their bowling has been so strong for them in the tournament, and yesterday it wasn't quite on the form that we've seen it. So I think the two of them, especially alongside the likes of, you know, you've got Chaya Mughal as well, who'll be proving what they can do, these UAE girls. Yeah, I think they're going to go out there and be like, remember how good we are bowling this side, and we're going to take that third spot.
All right, we'll come back to you in a bit. Let's go to the pitch report.
Hi everyone, this is Yasmin Daswani from Team Spirit. You're here with me now to do the pitch report. So today is a very hot day. We're expecting the pitch to do similar things to yesterday. So it was a high scoring pitch yesterday. The opposing team scored 170 plus. We're expecting it to be a high-scoring wicket again today. So, and as the day goes on, I mean, obviously the sun will set, it will get darker, the lights will come on, but we don't expect it to change too much. The pitch looks quite solid. It's got grass on it, which should hold it together nicely, but we expect spin to play a big role today.
And now it's time to see the coin toss, and let's have a look at how that unfolds.
Thank you, Lasahel. Well, welcome down here to the middle. It's another bright, sunny day in Dubai. Nothing changes much there. But we are down here for the toss with Laura Volvart, who's standing in for Heather Knight, and Nick Carey, who's always standing in for the Spirit, who's doing a pretty good job. Ravi Natev from Cricket Hong Kong, and our match referee, Chandra Fritz. Ravi will do the tossing.
Tails is the call. It's a tail.
Tails the call.
We're going to have a bat first.
Okay, the Army having a bat. That's a little bit of a change from the normal tactic. Well, I should begin with skipper today. Congratulations. How are you approaching that?
Thank you. Yeah, obviously an awesome opportunity for me to practice that a bit. So I'm looking forward. I think we have a great group of girls, so just looking forward to the experience.
I know it's playoff for third and fourth, but it's the bronze medal playoff, and you've still got plenty to play for. So how do you approach the 3 versus 4 game?
Yeah, exactly. I think there's still a lot to play for, even though it's not the game we wanted to play in today. But yeah, so we're looking to have a bat first, just get some runs on the board and hopefully put some pressure on them later on.
Sounds like a good tactic. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Nick Carey, lost another one.
Yeah.
How's it going? Once again, bronze medal playoff, plenty to play for. What's the attitude in the Spirit camp?
Oh yeah, look, we're approaching this like we have every other game. You know, there's still, I suppose, you can finish in third place, which is yeah, we're going to attack it like we have every other game, and yeah, hopefully we can win this one.
Okay, what's your squad for today, or who's in and who's out?
We have a few changes. I won't list them all, but yeah, there's a few changes. So there'll be some different people getting some different opportunities today. So yeah, I'm really excited to see Fatuma at the top of the order, which is yeah, she was really excited about that this morning. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yeah, it's good for people to get the opportunity. Thanks, Nick. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Hope you get the bronze medal. Thank you very much for that toss. The Barmy Army have won the toss, and we'll be going upstairs shortly.
And let's have a quick look at how that starting 11 is looking like for Barmy Army. Kavisha Kumari coming in with Deandra Doughton at the top. Laura Wolford taking that captaincy hat today. We're hoping to see Laura Cardoso be able to play well with the bat there and be able to see Ruchi Venkatesh be able to perform well with the ball. As we head over to see the starting 11 for Team Spirit.
Yeah, so Team Spirit, they've got Sophia Dunkley in at the top. We've got Fatuma opening as well. Be nice to see that. Sarah Bryce, Nick Carey still there as captain. Sophie Eccleston key in there. Daswani back with the keeping gloves. And Shizuki Miyagi of Japan is still in there. She got that forfeit earlier on in the series, and she'll be great to have in there. Also, Ayabonga Kaka, consummate professional, absolutely gun on target with that ball, will be really important for this Spirit side should they want to come away with the bronze medal today.
I'm excited to see Fatuma being given an opportunity to come in and open the batting for Team Spirit, isn't it?
Yeah, and people say, you know, change it around when it's a third place playoff thing, but that's a really clever tactical ploy from them because we haven't seen her at the top of the innings, so the Barmy Army bowlers might not quite know what their feel is bowling at her, and then have her opening alongside Sophia Dunkley, who's been in such touch this tournament, will be really interesting, I think.
Something that's also interesting is Laura Wolford adorning the hat of captaincy today.
Yeah, I love that. She's got such a mature head on young shoulders, and I saw her in a press conference last week, and she's just got such an air about her. She's cool, calm and collected, but she's such a professional, and I think it'd be really nice for this team to have, because obviously Heather Knight is a phenomenal captain, but it'd be nice to change it a little bit in there for the Barmy Army side. Give Laura that opportunity, because she's always growing as a cricketer. She is still young. She's been performing so well, and I think give her that chance to show what she can do as a captain as well will be really interesting.
And let's chat about your predictions. I'm going to put you on the spot. Which team are you going for between Team Barmy Army and Team Spirit?
You know what, this is a tricky one because both obviously coming off a loss yesterday. The Barmy Army was so close, the Spirit less so, but I think just with that little extra oomph that they might have, and that sort of the Spirit side of them, I'm saying the Barmy Army, so it's the Barmy Army because of their Spirit are going to beat the Spirit in this third place playoff.
And your standout player, one name and that's it.
Laura Wolford.
Laura Wolford. Alrighty. Then you heard it from Georgie Heath. She's saying Laura Wolford will be our standout player for today. Let's go straight into some cricket action after this.
And that was a minute's silence in reverence for His Royal Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who died recently, the President of the UAE and Sheikh of Abu Dhabi. Much revered figure in this part of the world. Back at the cricket, this is the third place playoff. SDG Fairbreak Invitational, the Spirit and the Barmy Army, two losers of yesterday's semi-finals, and probably two favourites yesterday, but they were outplayed by the Falcons and the Tornadoes. The Barmy Army won the toss. They decided to have a bat. Lauren Ochenbach walking down towards us. Bit hazy today in Dubai. Still not overly warm. Kavisha Kamari will open with Deandra Dotton. With me in commentary is Georgie Heath. Bit of haze around today, George. I think it's quite mild out there. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm going really good. I'm just excited for finals day. I mean, I actually did shed a little tear earlier, but that's because I'm a bit lame like that. No, I'm excited for this. The haze just adds to the excitement, you know. Look at that. Last time for the Spirit there. Arms all around each other. All those flags from all over the world. That Scottish flag there. Alongside the Pakistan, Australia, English. Even now, this far into the tournament, there's something I just still love to see every game, and it's just so nice. And yeah, I think these teams just want to go out and just show what they can do, finish on a high, and it's nothing to lose at this point, you know. Win for bronze, lose for silver.
Yeah, look, I'm expecting a quite competitive game. They're playing for, well, what's effectively the bronze medal. A few changes. Fatuma Kabuso gets another game for the Spirit. Shaya Mughal in. Yasmin Daswani's got the gloves, which is terrific to see. She pitch report earlier, which is outstanding. The Japanese whiz, Shizuki Miyagi back in. Betty Chan from Hong Kong. The Army, well, they've got Kamari and Dotton who opened last night. Vulva out. Shemaine Campbell slightly up the order. Has been outstanding with the keeping gloves. Laura Cardoso from Brazil gets another game. Looking forward to her bowling, to be honest. Saw her in the warm-ups. Well, quite sharp. Looking forward to 4 overs from her. And Nick Carey, the skipper's rung the changes to give those players their opportunities. And this is the ideal spot. Play off for 3 and 4. Bit of, as you say, George, bit of pride to play for, but a serious game of international cricket.
Yeah, definitely. And it's nice to see Chaya Mughal take the new ball here as well. Local girl. And she's really proved herself through this tournament. She's been integral in those middle orders, keeping that run rate down for this Spirit side. You've got your gun bowlers, your Ayabonga Kakas, your Ecclestons, but she has flown under the radar somewhat. But yeah, I'm all team Chaya Mughal over here. And then talking of changes, obviously Laura Wolvart coming into captain. That would be another one to have a little look at.
Yeah, I mean, Heather Knight's done a terrific job and played well and skipped well, and had to keep wickets as well. We mentioned Shemaine Campbell had a little niggle, but nice to see a change there, and Laura gets an opportunity. And this tournament's all about growth and opportunity, but not just for the associates, it's there for the main countries as well. So Laura gets that chance. Chaya Mughal has a daunting task for bowling to the world boss. And plenty of swing. Thought there might have been a little noise there, but that was bat on pitch.
Horse at the beginning of the race has just pounded its foot and scrapes at the floor, ready to set off with a world boss there.
You can't have a cricket game without someone running in the front of the side screen. Doesn't happen anywhere in the world at any level. That's our first one for the tournament. That's not too bad. Plenty of swing for Chaya Mughal. We've seen her bowled that in-swinger during the tournament, but she hasn't got the brand new ball, the brand new Satch, and this one goes late. Now, if she gets that online. Nice stop, though, off the pad. Well covered. This one's online. You can hear the dot and call. Push, push, push. Look for two. Got it in the gap, but Nick Carey, the skipper's out there. There's the long on and a cow corner. So they've got the field set for the in-swinger.
Yeah, we have seen this Satch swing, haven't we, throughout this tournament? We've not seen a lot of it before, so it's nice to have a look and see what it can do. But we've seen some great late swing throughout this tournament, and we're seeing it again here from Chai Mughal.
Get some respect from Kavisha Kamari. Got a similar field with Kavisha on strike. Carey down at long on. Yeah, it's got to be, that's a regulation cow corner, really, isn't it? So a lot of room inside the circle if you want to just drop in one.
Not sure drop in one is really the game these two openers play very often.
And maybe that's what Carey's thinking. Well, this is someone in front of the side screen. It's got Ali Akbar out of his chair. Fourth umpire. I think he lost the run off about the third step. Eccleston at mid-off. One of the outstanding bowlers of the tournament. Will swing, but the full toss. Hard to hit that one inside out when it's swinging so late into you.
A very different opening over here than we may have seen in earlier Barmy Army games. First, oh, have a little wave. There's Venkat. Hi, Venkat. He's a very happy man with this tournament.
Well, that's on the money. Is that swinging too far? Once again, a late swing. See the keeper's taking a step down the leg side. That's always an indicator of perhaps where the ball was headed. And money again. Tucks it away. Throw. Dot now the blocks. Casually makes it. Barmy Army, 5 off the first over. There's the lineups for today's 3rd and 4th place playoff. Ayabunga Kaka, second highest wicket taker in the tournament. She's got 9 at 11. Good economy rate, 4.8. She got 5 of those 9 in one innings. She's got the in-swinger going as well. Both bowlers got the in-swinger going. Sometimes in these well-ceilinged circular stadiums, the breeze does swirl, but there is a little breeze. That's 20 or 30 metres above ground level. That's that breeze, based on that flag, is helping Onga's in-swinger into the right-hander. This one's chipped away, but the field's well set.
It's not that explosive start we might have expected the Barmy to go out and do. They want to set their intentions early, I would have expected, after last night's loss, but there's still time, obviously. When with these two at the crease, you feel like there could just be fireworks at any minute. But they're doing well to curtail them so far, these two openers, with the ball.
Once again, the in-swinger beats the inside edge of the bat. Bit of swing, bit of seam. Keeper heads off down the leg side. That's the more attacking line, trying to hit off stump with that in-swinger. Kaka's been terrific for the Spirit. Really part of that attack that includes Sophie Eccleston and Nick Carey. Got them through to be favourites in the semi-final yesterday. And the outswinger.
That's what happens though, isn't it? Once you're in the semi-final, you've made it. It doesn't matter what else has happened. It's what you do on the day. And it's a bowling attack that's been so strong. They sort of, the Falcons took it to the Spirit yesterday, and they took on their bowlers. Sophie Eccleston, you can see on your screen there, obviously world #1, and they took it to her as well, and the Falcons capitalised on that.
Might be a couple here.
Yep, hit me, Brycey. Get on, buddy.
End of over #2. The Barmy Army, 8 Panolas. Laura Vulvart had 3, the skipper for the day. Shemaine Campbell at 4. And Brazil at 5. Jaiga Mughal gets the line right. Nick Carey gets the field right. Oh, and that one snuck a bit low, but Dotton's up to that challenge. Bends the knee, stays down with it, and gets it away between the two fielders who are behind square leg.
Yeah, like you say, she just got it down to that just fine of Ayabonga Kaka there for the first boundary of the innings for the Barmy Army. Taking until the 3rd over.
Good ball, Tyre. Nice, buddy.
No timing on that one from Dotton. It's the first opportunity to score on the offside. And there's 5 fielders inside the circle on the offside. Carey's conceding a single on the leg side. Not a bad plan to get Dotton on strike. Oh, a bit of bat on that.
She just can't seem to get it away yet, the world boss. 1-4 so far. We know just how destructive she can be with the bat, but she just couldn't get a hold of that one. She's played it into her own pads. She does have the most 6s of any female player in T20 internationals. We've seen some of those throughout this tournament, and I feel like she's always trying to go for that, and she'll be trying to ramp up to those anytime soon.
Full toss. Dotton can't make the most of that because once again Nick Carey's got the field well placed. Wonga Kaka just behind square leg there. He's one of the 2 fielders. She's keeping the umpire company. So might get a bit of action there too with the in-swingers hitting the inside half of the bat. Bowled again. Good over from Chaya Mughal. 3 done, 14 for none. Let's have a look at Bonga in the field. Comes in, sneaks in, ready, off of slightly on the move, gets a split step going, gets low. 2, watching the ball, concentrating, a little bit of split step there so he can move either way. Dotton 7 off 7. What's going on there? Oh, that's better. But once again, Phil West well sets Sarah Bryce out there, who has been doing the wicket keeping.
The mint is switched on and the Fairbreak Effect NFT drop is officially here. The owners of the NFTs get a membership with exclusive access to players, competitions, giveaways and future events. So if you're keen for an NFT, head to www.fairbreakeffect.com for more or scan the QR code.
I love a QR code on my TV. It saves me all the trouble of trying to figure out how the link works. Kavisha Kamari cuts. Doesn't time it though. Just to work off her own bowling. Kaka just going for 4.8 in the tournament. Off 21 overs. That's good defensive stuff. A little attempted ramp, but outside the line. So Dot looking to be inventive rather than powerful. We haven't seen too much of that in the tournament so far.
It's one of those moments I sort of think, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dottin has been going so well the way she normally plays. She's trying to mix it up a bit and it's just not coming off for her yet.
This time she does get a chance to score off the back foot and can't get it through the gap. 4 done, 16 for none. She moves late. It's interesting footwork for a ramp. The front foot really gets in the way. Yeah, I think it needs a bit of work. Just a tick outside the line. So the Army are just 4 and over at this stage. Sophia Dunkley's done very well with her leg spinners. She's got the new ball a couple of times, taken some key wickets. Nice shot. Betty Chan's got the chase. Oh no. Went down for the side stop and the foot stuck in.
Yeah, not sure, maybe a taller person would have had a bit more luck. She's just out of her reach there. She sort of slid a bit too early, stuck the foot out. It's a great pointed toe there, but she's not quite got to that one.
Oh, bowling time.
A lot of baseball played in that part of the world, and Betty's used to the slide, but it didn't quite work. There's a good bounce there, though, from Dunkley. And again, and that will be out. That is the simplest catch you will ever see.
Kavisha Kumari, that's catching practice all day long for Sophia Dunkley. She's got time to get down to it, get both hands to it. And it's just the breakthrough, you know, they weren't even perhaps thinking about trying to motor at some point soon. They hadn't quite found their feet. Kavisha Kumari goes for 9, caught and bowled by Sophia Dunkley, and the Barmy Army are 20 for 1.
Captain for the day, Laura Woolvart, comes in at number 3 after Sophia Dunkley took her 5th wicket of the tournament, and this is how it happened. And it's this stage Kavisha Kumari was thinking, I should have run down and tried to hit it for 6. Just another wicket to spin. In the Fairbreak Invitational, spinners had a good time here. Not much spin in the pitches, they've been good, but the spinners have been quite deceptive. Get over Sophia Dunkley, 1 for 4 of her first. The Barmy Army 20 for 1.
So sluggish start for the Barmy Army. Change of order, change of captain. Nicely through the gap there by Deandra Dotton, though. Perfectly timed. Just her second boundary. Just onto the pads with that gentle in-swing. Adam Collins picking up commentary. I've got Isabel Duncan with me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Great to be here for the bronze medal battle and to see this formidable bowling order here of the Spirit.
Out in the same direction. Good enough for 2 more. Last over of the power play.
Well contained here, the Barmy Army. Particularly Dottin, 14 off 13, uncharacteristic of her. She likes to launch early.
Yeah, through the middle overs where the Barmy Army built nicely through the group stage of this comp. They had the highest run rate of any team in the overs between 7 and 15. So this is about the time when we can see Dotton go through the gears, and great support in Woolvart if she can get going. Stand-in captain today.
Yeah, I think Heather Knight just stepping down to give others a go. Players perhaps who haven't seen much sunshine out here today in the middle.
Yeah, hip niggle as well, we're told. So tweaking the field, they're going to go with deep backward square, deep mid wicket outside the circle. 3 left in the power play. Laura Woolvart top scored in this fixture in the group stage. The Barmy Army were able to defend 125, a low scoring game on a used wicket. on the second night of competition. Wolvart making 38 from 33. They kept the Spirits at 75 for 9. Direct hit, but comfortably through.
Well, we've enjoyed the bowling of Kaka. She's got the second most wickets in this tournament, picked up 9 wickets. Bowled tight lines, mainly in swing. Here it is, just sliced away.
Last ball, power play. And Dotton to retain the strike. So 6 overs gone. Barmy Army 29 for 1. It's a fair bit down on the average power play, which is 38. Took them a while to get going. That was in the 3rd over, the first boundary. And the return catch from Dunkley's first over. That was a nice shot to finish.
Great to see Wolvart captaining today. I don't think she's had much captaincy practice in the past, but she's got a mature head on those shoulders, and she certainly knows how to bat. Top score of 65 versus the Sapphires with 45 deliveries, and looking classic.
Yeah, she strikes me as a future international captain, Laura Wolvart. Got plenty of strong leaders in that South African dressing room. Danae van Niekerk, the full-time skipper. In recent times, it's been Sune Loose. Marizanne Kapp, she'll be playing in the final later today. And then Wolvart, the next generation. Ooh. Nearly another return catch instead of boundary. Dotton went straight over the umpire's head.
Here it is. Not too far away from Dunkley here. Tips of the fingers. Doesn't quite get anything on it.
Yeah, that scrambled seam trying to go straight on. Maybe a bit of top spin. But Dotton equal to it in the 3rd boundary. We yet to see Eccleston. It was Eccleston who picked up Deandra Dotton the previous time these teams played, making just 7. But through the comp, Dotton, one of the premier players going around, strike rate up in the 130s. Missed out last night as well in the semi-final, made 7. She was one of the 2 wickets to Diana Baig inside that power play, 2 in 3 balls to be precise. They've got the Tornadoes going.
I'm liking this from Dunkley. There's a bit of variation out there. It's not getting much grip and turn. She's bowling a fair amount of topspin. It's racing on to the batter.
Yep, stumps in play with every ball. Bit more flight there. And through. Wolvart also missed out last night. Caught behind in the bowling of Sune Loose. Made 6. They were in a lot of trouble early on, the Barmy Army. Romana Ahmed got them up to 141 with that unbeaten 35 in 15 balls. Ended up a thriller. The closest finish we've had now throughout. Settled with just 4 balls to go. Cautious to finish. 7 overs gone. Barmy Army 35 for 1. So a modest start from the Barmy Army. The Spirit have been so good with the ball until yesterday. Kavisha Kumari, the 1 wicket to fall so far. Corton bowled Dunkley for 9. This has been when the Barmy Army have been better than any team throughout the group stage in the middle overs, and it prompts a change in bowling. Shizuka Miyagi. Izzy Duncan, you've loved her work. Extraordinary record, really. 6 wickets at 3.5 economy and only 3.5 average as well in the group stage. Oldest player in the tournament. Took 4 for 18 in her first game. Didn't bowl in the semi-final though.
She's a very humble cricketer. She steps aside for one of the games to give others a chance. She's picked up 6 wickets in this tournament. In fact, she's the 5th highest wicket taker, and she's a delight to be around.
Only bowled 6 overs to do that too. She was super effective. Yeah, and it says a bit about the way that the Spirit did take bulk wickets. They took 44, they've taken 44 before today. The Barmy Army only 20, so it was a feature of the Spirit. They kept bowling teams out. Fully. Woolver does get it away. Eccleston had work to do, stuck out the left mid, couldn't drag it in.
That was the moon ball there from Miyagi. Let go of it a little bit too early. Here it is again. And that has been punished by Woolvart, as it should be. Eccleston doing her best. Fellow left-arm spinner. And the hero, of course, of Miyagi.
Too short here. Overcorrects and Woolvart takes full advantage. Into double figures with back-to-back boundaries. Set up and said, hit me.
Not getting much turn here at the spinners. It's a hard track. Yesterday's track.
Good response. That's where she needs to be at her pace, Miyagi. The 40-year-old. Yes, 6 eventful overs she bowled. 4 against the Warriors, 4 for 18. A couple against the Tornadoes, 2 for 3. Finds the edge. But safely to short third. End of 8 overs. Dotton retains the strike, 47 for 1.
Yeah, the Barmy Army being well contained here at this run rate of 5.8. Dottin taking her time to put the foot down. It'll happen at some moment. The momentum will change. We know it'll happen.
Yet to see Sophie Eccleston, the #1 bowler in the world. She came on inside the power play yesterday and was dispatched by White and Atapatu. An important turning point in that fixture. Betty Chan. Dotton enjoys that. A gap at square leg, up and over the rope. The 50's up.
This could be the moment where the momentum does change. Perhaps targeting Betty Chan. Gets down on one knee. It's too short. It pulls the ball down a little bit too early. And she's onto that, Dottin. Betty Chan of Disneyland. In Hong Kong.
You'll have to explain that.
She'll have to wear her Mickey Mouse ears. She works at Disneyland in Hong Kong.
Better. Good response. Yeah, got into cricket through her brother. And that was bolstered by Anita Miles. Had an influence at a crucial age. Anita Miles, the mother of Tash Miles, who is playing in the final later today.
Yeah, she's not frightened to give it some air, Betty Chan. She likes to take the new ball for Hong Kong. Got a bit of flight.
Started their life bowling seam up, Betty Chan, but thought, nah, let's not run in. Offies will do. Bit of all-round spin. Bowled 5 overs in the group stage.
Yes, she's yet to pick up a wicket in this tournament, Betty Chan. She's bowled twice and should be eyeing up that first wicket. Eager for it.
They drop back a deep cut. Two's the call. They take on the arm. Well worked there. Betty Chan, one of 12 players from Hong Kong who've played in this tournament. Woolvert content with the single, retaining the strike. 9 overs gone. The Barmy Army are 57 for 1. Woolvert leading the Barmy Army in this third place playoff today in the absence of Heather Knight. One of 3 changes to the Barmy Army team. Ishimwe and Avery both out, along with the captain Knight. And here comes Sophie Eccleston. On the scoreboard now, a tribute to the late Andrew Simons, who passed away overnight in Queensland at just 46 years of age in a car accident. Tragic news to wake up to this morning. Such an influential figure in the wonderful era of Australian cricket.
Born in Birmingham, Andrew Simons. Can lay claim to him in England.
Oh, finds the edge straight away. Super stuff. Might have ended up with first slip had there been one in place. Watching it back, this is quintessential Eccleston on the angle. Gets the dip. Daswani had no chance there.
Lovely bit of drift. Just beating that outside edge. Here is the #1 bowler in the world. He's picked up the most wickets in this tournament. 13 wickets so far for Eccleston.
Mentioned it before, but that big turning point in the semi-final, the Falcons weren't flying early on, and they immediately went after Sophie Eccleston. Danny White on the charge, first ball. Seeing here the career of Andrew Simons. 198 one-day internationals, 2 World Cups. He averaged 103 in World Cups for Australia. A staggering performance in 2003, coming in at the last minute, rattling off 143 not out against Pakistan in the opening game. 91 not out when Australia were in trouble in the semi against Sri Lanka. And backed it up in 2007. Then in 2006-07 got an unexpected chance in the Ashes to play when Damien Martin retired, and that maiden 100 at the MCG, popping Paul Collingwood straight back over his head for 6. An enduring image of his fine career. And as you say, was born in the UK. There was a brief moment there as a younger man when England tried to pick him, and he said, no, I'm going home. I'm going to try and qualify for Australia, and so he did.
I remember that story well.
Ooh, sneaks through. Inside edge. Lauren Ackenbach keeps her finger down. Watching it back here. Just hit the shiny side before deflecting off the inside edge. Last spot before drinks. Woolvert retains the strike down the ground. We're halfway through the Barmy Army innings. They won the toss and batted. They've lost 1 wicket, that of Kavisha, for 9. And now they have the timeout at the halfway mark. The Barmy Army, 64 for 1.
Welcome back to the SDG Fairbreak Invitational playoff for third place. The Barmy Army versus the Spirit. And the Barmy Army, after a slow start, have accelerated a little through Deandra Dotton and standing captain Laura Vulvart. They've put on 44, just off 33 deliveries. At the halfway mark, they're 64 for 1. And Fatuma Kabusu of Tanzania is on. Just a little bit of turn. Vulvart calls. They might go hard for 2. They do. It's been dangerous in this tournament going for 2. You get run out a lot. Joining Georgie Heath and I in comment is Sean Martin, the brains, creator, hard worker, chief cook and bottle washer of Fairbreak, and it's the last day of the tournament, mate. Obviously not the last day of Fairbreak. So just watch this. That saved a wide. Your emotions right now?
Pleasure, amazement, shock, horror, all of the above, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty remarkable scene here for me after 10 years. It's yeah, it's a pretty emotional day, actually.
So we've got obviously playoff for 3rd and 4th now, which is going steadily. The 2 favourites from yesterday playing, and we've got the final this evening as we just watch Kabusu force a drop and run. Should be happy if Dotton continues to do that. But final tonight, about 11 o'clock finish.
Yep.
What are you doing at 11:01?
Well, making sure there's someone with medical support close to me, I think, so I don't collapse. But look, I think I'll just wait for this delivery.
The great news on the medical support front, there is definitely a medical convention going on in the hotel at the moment, so there are people on hand.
Yeah,
you'll be okay.
Yeah, and I'm glad about that.
I'm not
Georgie.
very strong, but I will try and pick you up.
No, I'm very glad about that.
Kabusu drops that one. Dotton gets a sweep away. I'll take 1 just to finish the over. Oh, we got another ball left. Gee, the score is quick. Maz, are you scoring? They get the score up before they complete the run. This will be the last ball. Just another single, so not a bad start for Fatuma Kabusu. 11 overs gone. The Barmy Army are 71 for 1.
So, Sean, obviously we've seen some amazing performances throughout this tournament. Do you have any kind of moment that sticks in your mind from this? Was it maybe that opening ceremony, or was it that first ball and you knew it was all kicking off?
Well, I think it's a bit of both of those experiences, but I also think seeing a bowler from Bhutan seeing a bowler from Bhutan bowl the first over was one of the highlights for me. I think that's a sort of a testament to what we're about and what we try to do. That sort of opportunity, but also seeing that bowler, be perfectly placed in this competition.
Yeah, and we've seen her story in the build-up to this, and then she took that first ball, and then we're going to see her in the final later. So it's got that nice sort of circle of life moment to it.
It does. And she deserves to be where she is. And she's the equal of anyone that's bowling in this tournament. And again, it shows you the talent's everywhere. It's not it's not defined by where you live or what your postcode is. It's just how good you are. And we're seeing that across every game. We're seeing it in this game here. We're seeing it in every game. We saw Chaya Mook opening the bowling here, and having Deandra Dotton you know, really thinking about what was going on with those big in-swingers. And that's been the case in every game we've seen.
So here we've got Sophie Eccleston, number one ranked bowler in the world, and another part of this same stage is Winnie Dursingham, Andrew Gurong, Gudrun Shukla from Sweden. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing is, you know, with the flags on there, it's a great shot. It's
6 of Eccleston to finish the over. 80 for 1 from 12.
Yeah. And to your point, Henry, the great thing about it is everyone in the world knows where these players are from now. So they know Winnie's from Malaysia. They know Anjin's from Bhutan.
So yeah, we've got the players you just named, and we've got Deandra Dotton, Sophie Devine out there. 105 sixes. She's hit a few in this tournament too. If Maz was on the roll, he'd tell me how he should hit in this. Now, as you're looking at me strangely, how many sixes has Deandra Dotton hit in this tournament? You've got 3 seconds, mate. Gee, sometimes, Maz, I just... He's thinking about it, Alistair. No, thank you. Took you 7 seconds. Oh, terrific shot. Just getting a roll on now, the world boss. But we've got Tanzania bowling at one end here to the best players in the world.
Exactly, and you know, Hong Kong wicket keeping. And one of the interesting things, Henry, as you've seen, is that all of these Associate Nations players lift, especially over the course of this tournament. But then you've got players like Deandra Dotton here, who also lift, because there's almost a bit of performance anxiety with some of these players, because they're looking at the other players around them, and those players are saying, well, you know, you're pretty good, so you show us how good you are.
Oh, nearly a wicket for Tanzania. That would have been a huge scalp.
And you're seeing it right there in front of your eyes.
No, also I caught up with Sune Luce this morning, and she was saying that another thing she's found so great about this tournament, just after this ball.
He's not mucking around with that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great thing to see about this tournament. Big old sixes. That's the 10 for Deandra Dotton. But Sune was saying that it's just about rediscovering her love for cricket. She enjoys it playing international cricket. She enjoys where she plays, but this is just that everyone is there for the love of the game. And that's sort of your brainchild that has brought that about.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we all love this game that we're sitting here watching. Yeah, that's a great shot. Dotton through the covers. I mean, I just think it's, as I said to you earlier, Georgie, it's 95 for 1, the Barmy Army in the 13th over. So to your point earlier, and to what we was talking about earlier, is that, you know, talent's everywhere, and you just have to give it that opportunity, and that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing here. I think the other thing that's really interesting is you saw it last night in that both semi-finals, but the second semi-final in particular, how much they're playing for each other in a short space of time.
Sean Martin, the founder, creator, laundryman, whatever, from Fairbreak with us, watching his. It's your child.
No,
it's not the right. It's definitely not the right term.
Idea. Well, in some people's minds, Henry, craziness come to fruition.
You're just repeating what other people are saying there, mate. You've got to come up with something original. It's a good kind of crazy.
Yeah, they thought I was mad for a long time. But, yeah, this has exceeded my expectations. The quality of the cricket, the competitiveness, the way that the players, all players have embraced it and learned things about each other that they'll take away from this.
Drag down and almost a catch behind Pointle, top edge. Woolvart survives.
I think one of the other signature moments for me was seeing Henrietta bowled that first ball to Nicola Carey, and Nicola's still trying to work out where it went. And again, that's an example of what this whole tournament is about.
Yes, I think Henrietta Shimwe from Rwanda has been one of the discoveries of the tournament. You know, she's really got into the starting team there, and yeah, they use her up front against the big players, and that giving confidence to one so young is terrific.
And she's got the skill to do it. She's there she is on camera right there now. And we've seen it plenty of times. That's another great shot from Deandra Dotton at over mid-wicket. Still coming down, I think, that one.
And that'll be the 10-6 for Deandra Dotton, and it's just put a little dent in Mughals' economy rate there. But yeah, Deandra Dotton's just finding her form in this game now as the Barmy Army are starting to accelerate. Yeah, there's a Henrietta between Heather Knight and Jamel Campbell.
Got a scurry. Oh. Direct hit was a problem. I think they got there. And while we're just on that, I mean, the fielding has been extraordinarily good.
Yeah, and look, and you know, we talk about that a lot. Oh, hang on. No, safe. And we talk about that a lot, you know, that it's so important in this game, in 20-over cricket, that, you know, you have good fielders. And without a doubt, it's been one of the highlights of this tournament right across every team in the competition.
Well, we saw that catch from Mignon the other day.
Yeah, well, yeah, you won't get too many better catches than that.
That'll get picked off from Sophie Eccleston. Just a single there, so the 14th over comes to the end. Deandra Dotton's on a roll. It's 112 for 1.
You know, one of the other interesting things has been the number of direct hits we've had in terms of fielding. I mean, there's been, especially Kavisha Kumari from the UAE, she seems to never miss.
Yeah, I think Spirit would have been hoping for a few more direct hits to put this Deandra Dotton batting display to bed, but yeah, 5 fours and 4 sixes. That's another story there. You've got, you know, you've got Brazilian players, you've got West Indian players, you've got captained by an English player in their other matches, and then captained by a South African today, and then bashing sixes from West Indian players and Sri Lankan players. That's your brainchild that's brought all this about.
Well, but there's a common language out there, and the common language is cricket, which they all understand. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Sophia Dunkley back on. She has taken the 1 wicket to fall so far, and I think the Spirit might be looking for a second one. Kavisha Kumari caught and bowled Dunkley early on. That was as soft as you'd see, but it happens off the leggies now and then. So mate, we've got 5 more balls of your company, and I'll just wait as the gloves get put on. So, okay, tournament finishes today. Yep. I know there's some things to be said later on during the final, which will be terrific. But what are you going to do personally next week? Are you back in the planning stages, or you know, going to the project, or you're sleeping?
I won't be sleeping. I might have game of golf to relax, and then I think we'll be pretty much getting underway for some other things we've got planned. We're off to the UK, Scotland and the Netherlands in August and September, and you know, we'll make an announcement about some other exciting developments later in the day. So no rest for the wicked, but if we continue to do these sorts of things and have this sort of response by both the players. That's another fantastic shot by Dalton. That's another 6 to add to the count, George. I'm running out of, I don't know what the number is right now, but I mean, if we continue to get this sort of response from the players and the coaches and the response we've had from around the world, then we'll just keep doing what we're doing, I think.
Yeah, and that 6 brought up the 100 partnership. And this will just add to it. Just out of the stretch of Chaya Mughal. So yeah, 105 this partnership now.
Deandra's getting a bit dismissive of the bowling at the moment. That is a little sweep swat, half slog, nearly went for 6. Yeah, Sophia, that was pretty good. Sean, thanks very much, mate.
Thanks, Henry.
It's been a journey. I know the journey's got a long way to go. You've been fantastic. I think this has been just one enormous success.
Yeah. Well, it's a testament to a lot of people, you know, you included, and you know, it's a big thank you to all of those people around the world that have worked tirelessly for 10 years to get it where it is. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day, and let's watch plenty of cricket while the Barmy Army are 1 for 125 in the 15th over. Thank you.
Partnership up to 106 from 64 balls. Slow start, but this pair have consolidated and really got on with it. Adam Collins, Izzy Duncan picking up commentary for the end of the innings. Eccleston in her 3rd over. The Barmy Army's 2nd 100-run stand in the comp. Across the line here, Dotton. Good stop by Bryce. A lot of work to do, save 3. Dotton was part of both of those partnerships with Woolbart today and Kavisha Kumari against the Tornadoes. Watching this back, Izzy. Bryce had to gallop.
Fantastic, clean piece of fielding there from the wicketkeeper, Sarah Bryce.
Woolbart's turn to pick her out, albeit in a far more straightforward manner.
Yeah, 7 bowlers used so far. Quite a collection for the Spirit. We haven't seen any captain, Nick Carey. Perhaps we won't see her at all.
Again, heaving out to the onside. And Bryce once more in the action. So they should get up towards 170 from here. Indeed, we saw the final 4 overs for the Barmy Army last night were worth 52. That was when Ramana Ahmed teed off so successfully.
Yeah, just looking at the bowlers left with overs in the bank. We know that Mogul's got 1 left. Dunkley has 1 left. And, this will be Eccleston's 3rd.
Woolbart retains the strike. 7 runs coming from the over. 16 gone. Barmy Army 132 for 1. So this is when they really went for it last night, Izzy. They were in all sorts of Barmy Army heading into the death, and Ramana Ahmed, Fatima Sana were able to combine and get them up to 141. Well, they're going to pass that comfortably today. With 4 overs to go, Dotton could still yet reach 3 figures.
Yeah, they're making sure of it today. Unable to defend 1 for 1 for 6 last night. And Romana Ahmed being the player of the match on a losing cause, that 35 not out, her 3 for 23. But quite stunning.
Kibasu gets another opportunity.
Jambo.
Picked up a wicket against the Warriors, 1 for 18. Good analysis there. It was a very sharp catch by the wicketkeeper Daswani. He's got the gloves again today. Dismissing Sindhu Sriharsha, who's the captain of the Warriors. There she is. Did the pitch report this afternoon as well. Well, that's big from Dotton. All the way, comfortably. There's 6-6 up into the 80s. And the partnerships 119 from 71. That was in her arc.
Here she is, the Master Blaster, gets underneath it. This will be her 12th 6 of the tournament. She's gone big.
It's hanging in the air. It's over the rope again. Back-to-back sixes. Motoring through the 80s. What does that make for the tournament?
This should be her 13th 6. It even comes off the toe end of the bat, but she's so strong, the bats are so big that it goes all of the way.
What do you do as a fielding captain here? They're going to stay with the same configuration. Long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square. Will Dotton keep going? Of course she will. Is that going to be 6 more? It is. 3 on the trot. Galloping towards 3 figures. The 150's up. Dancing down, doesn't really matter where it is, so long as she can get a good swing at it. She's going to whack at 80 metres. Lovely stuff.
Here we are.
94. Doesn't go for 4 sixes in a row. Doesn't do. As Kapil Dev once did to avoid the follow-on many years ago at Lord's. Or Carlos Brathwaite in more modern times. Woolvart wants a second. Yeah, super running. It means the strike goes back to Deandra Dotton after 22 were taken from the Kibasu over. Barmy Army have 3 left. They're 154 for 1. Here are the 3 sixes. You see, she didn't get to the pitch of that, but does it matter? No. Don't think she got all that either, really. All that strength. That was out of the screws, though. Flat and hard. 6-6-6.
And it's not bad bowling either from Fatima Kibasu of Tanzania. She hasn't done too much wrong.
This is now the 2nd biggest partnership in the tournament, worth 134 from 75. There are a couple worth 133. Only the 145 between Sune Luce and Stefani Taylor for the Tornadoes against the Barmy Army to come. Plenty of time to overhaul that. 3 overs to go. Turning to the bouncy leg breaker, Dunkley, with the only wicket today.
Dottin eyeing up a century here. She will be the 2nd player to make a century. If she gets that, Atapati was 107 not out.
Delicate. Gives the strike back to Woolvart. So 8 sixes, more than anyone has struck in a single innings in this tournament. The most before this was 5 by Chamari Atapatu on opening night, making her 107 not out. She'll be in the final later today with Falcons. Catches the call, clears cover. Out to the boundary, and Laura Woolvart, the acting captain, reaches 50 with her 6-4. Played the anchor role, done it perfectly in this partnership of 139. They're not done yet.
And here she is in her classic way, going for that cover drive. It's in the air to begin with. Just threads it through the field.
Flat and bolt. Clever from Dunkley, saw her coming. ran it off the index finger, and that partnership does come to an end on 139, but what a formidable stand it was. Modest power play, just 29 runs coming from it, then these two got on the bike. Spitting through, good from Dunkley. We'll see that out of the hand again on replay. So Woolvart gone for 51 from 41 deliveries, 6 fours in that. The Barmy Army, 159 for 2. Shermaine Campbell's made 60 runs for the tournament, dismissed only once. Off the mark first ball here. Seen the replay here of that dismissal. Dunkley, yeah, just rolling that out the front of the hand. Didn't quite get up. Kissed the pitch. Almost looked like it was an attempted flipper of sorts. He squeezed it at the front. Into the bag of tricks, into the book for a second time. The last ball here. There it is again. Dalton, though, she loves it. And there's the 100, all the way for 6. Appropriately bringing it up with a big one. Her 9th of the innings, Deandra Dalton. What a brilliant solo effort. Was slow to start, put the foot down through the middle overs and has teed off through the death. 102 from 50 balls and 18 overs gone. She's not done yet. The Barmy Army 166 for 2. Got a couple of centuries for the West Indies in this format of the game. And now one in the 3rd place playoff with Fairbreak. What a player.
And look at that strike rate as well. 204, 204 strike rate. And the boundary, 6 fours and 9 sixes in that innings.
World boss on the shirt. And here's how she dealt with the final ball of Dunkley's over. Wasn't going to muck around. Of course she was going to get there with a 6. And they're dancing in the dugout. Campbell down the ground and gets the boundary of her own. It's party time for the Barmy Army. They could reach 200. Highest score of the tournament, 178. That was a chasing effort. What a star.
Well and truly flexed her muscles today. Out for 7 yesterday and making up for it today.
Response from Kaka, in swinging Yorker. They're not going to take on Dunkley. So back to Dalton, who's hit 9 sixes. The most ever in a women's T20 is 10. That was Ash Gardner for the Sydney Sixers against the Melbourne Stars in the Women's Big Bash League all the way back in 2017. So chance for a bit of history here in overtaking that mark of 10. Tries to here, flat, and one bounce into the rope. She just keeps swinging, and the Spirit have no answer.
Very hard to set a field. What will Nicola Carey do, skipper of the Spirit? She's just finding the gaps every time. It's not a 6, it's a 4, and it's bisecting the fielders.
It's a long time ago, but Dalton does have a 38-400 from the start of her career. And the acceleration, I mentioned that power play worth just 29 runs. The average through the tournament's been 38. They were well held in the first 6. Dalton just one boundary in that stretch. 9 sixes later, making 16 for the comp. Brilliant stuff. Might want 2. A think Dotton wanted the strike back, to be perfectly honest. She was happy with one. Last ball of the over coming up. Where does she go? There's a gap at deep mid-wicket with the fielder in that direction. More a cow corner. Long on. Deep square back. Long off back two. She went over long off in the previous over. Oh, clever. Oh, pass short fine. That makes 15 for the over and the highest score of the competition. We still one over the come. The Barmy Army 181 for 2. Also Izzy with that boundary, the highest individual score of the tournament.
Yeah, incredible. Just beating ANTI-PIRACY's 107 not out in that first game. Dotting competitive, wanting to beat it. 111 off 53 deliveries. It's a lovely looking paddle, beating short fine leg. The mint is switched on and the Fairbreak Effect NFT drop is officially here. The owners of the NFTs gain a membership with exclusive access to players, competitions, giveaways and future events. Head to fairbreakeffect.com for more.
69 runs have come from the last 5 overs of this innings. One more to bowl here. Eccleston straight through the gate. Campbell trying to do the right thing. Swinging hard in the final over, but she's bowled, and it does mean that Dotton will have to wait at least one more ball to get back on strike. Eccleston, their 14th wicket in the competition. Campbell gone for 7. The Barmy Army 181 for 3 with 5 balls to go. Fairbreak, the new batter. Oh, run out. Oh, Dotton to go. She tried to overtake Fairbreak. Did she do so? They might need to look at this upstairs. Fairbreak's walking off. Dotton was wise to it. Tried to get down the other end, but it'll be touch and go. I'm sure they'll go upstairs to check this. And the central umpire is consulting with the square leg umpire. Simon Torfel's upstairs, waiting to see how they play this, but let's have a look here. So Dotton was coming, Fatima wasn't, then she realised, oh hang on, I better go, and Eccleston took her time, and that, well, good luck.
We're not getting the square on view. I think the square on view would help. This is a tricky one.
Well, if Eccleston went straight to the stumps, it would be certain that Dotton was gone. But what's the call from the third umpire? Simon Torfel looking up onto the screen. It is Dotton to go. So Dotton's innings, her remarkable innings, her last 10 balls were 39 runs, 9 sixes, the most in the tournament. 111, the highest score of the competition. Marvellous stuff. The Barmy Army have 4 deliveries to go in their innings. Their opener's gone for 111 and they're 181 for 4. Ooh. Might have been a mis-stumping there. Although I think Fairbreak might have had her foot back behind the line. Didn't quite glove it there, Deswani. Romana Ahmed, new batter, non-striker's end. Fadimasana out towards long on and taken by the captain, Carey. Great bit of outfielding and game awareness too, running around the rope. Had to take it low. Eccleston makes it 3 wickets in 4 balls in this over, albeit 1 a run out. Fadima down the track, across the line. And Carey knew exactly what was going on.
The fantastic catch. She's on the move. She's in the right place. 2 hands. No juggling acts there. Safe pair from the skipper, Nicola Carey. The score, 181 for 5.
Romana Ahmed on strike. They cross. 2 balls to go. They'll want a second. Norris stays put. That's one way to slow the run rate down in the final over. 3 wickets in 4 balls. Romana Ahmed only gets to face 1 in the final stretch after her unbeaten 35 last night in the death overs. Watching again a different angle of Carey. Timed that so nicely. Last ball will be faced by Tara Norris.
Tara Norris of the USA. Great bowler. Bowls in swingers.
Only batted a couple of times in the group stages. Didn't do an awful lot with that. But can bat, that's for sure. Can she swing? Can she go long over mid-wicket? Last ball from Eccleston, and she's bowled it. So Eccleston finishes with 3 wickets in the final over to improve their figures, completing her 4 with 3 for 24. Run out in there as well. The chaos of the final 5. And over a 4 for 1 in the 20th. And Norris was trying to do the right thing again, making room and dancing, but wasn't to be. Gone for a golden duck. The Barmy Army hit 57 runs from their final 30 balls, losing 5 wickets through that stretch after that magnificent partnership of 139 between Deandra Dotton and Laura Woolvart. They took the Barmy Army from 20 for 1 inside the power play to 159 for 2 into the death overs. Woolvart, the glue, with 51 from 41. Deandra Dotton, a remarkable hand, 9 sixes. The highest score of the tournament, 111 from 53 balls. Run out in the final over.
And the bowling, Eccleston impressive in that final over, taking 3 for 24 in the end. And the only other bowler to take any wickets was the leg spin of Dunkley, getting a bit of extra bounce and some variations, but couldn't contain them in the end. A slow start, but 6 wickets down. That's a tall order, 182.
So the Barmy Army finish with the highest score of the competition so far, 182 for 6. So the Spirit need 183 to finish in 3rd place of the Fairbreak Invitational. We'll take a break. When we return, it'll be the Spirit's turn.
Stadium for the third and fourth place playoff. The Barmy Army are playing the Spirit, and the Barmy Army won the toss and batted today, and I think it was a good move. Andrew Dotton run out, well that was in the final over, trying to keep the strike. A remarkable innings, 111, 53 balls, 9 sixes. Quite dominating, big partnership with Laura Woolvart, 139 for them, so 182 for 6. That's the highest score of the competition so far. And there were plenty of highlights.
Yeah, so after world boss Deandra Dottin and Kavisha Kamari made a slow start, it was Dunkley that saw the end of Kavisha, and then Dottin just worked her way up through the gears. I don't know how many gears she's got, but I think I could do with a car that had that many. But yeah, Deandra Dottin and Laura Woolvart had a little cameo in the middle alongside her there, but it was just all the Deandra Dottin show, and that's probably how she quite likes it. She's showing exactly why she can be respected still while wearing world boss. If you task yourself with wearing that name on your back, you've got to live up to it. That was the 50. And she's just moved her feet so well. And then Laura Woolvart finding the gap there. And yeah, dispatching Chaya Mughal back over her head. Sophia Dunkley as well. Basically, Deandra Dottin doesn't care who you are bowling, she will find the gap or just clear the boundary. And it just carried on from there, really. That was lovely, really low, great swing through on that one, another 6. And she sort of just found that extra gear again and just carried on. Laura Woolvart trying to join the party there. Not quite got a hold of that one in the same kind of Dottin style. And she was out for, she reached her 50, but she was out 51. The standing captain for the day, Laura Woolvart. So Deandra Dottin just continued on her own, brought up her 100 with a 6.
As the 100 came off just 50 balls after a slowish start. And then a couple of wickets at the end. Rand Campbell trying to join the Dottin 6-hitting show. And that was the quite unusual run out. Had to go for replay to see if they crossed. They hadn't. And Dottin was on her way. All this happening in the 20th over. This is quite a good catch from Nicola Carey. It made it look easy, it was not. Holes onto it just inside the rope, then Tara Norris gets out last ball, so Sophie Eccleston just quite 3-for off her 4 overs, escaped the worst of the lash from Deandra Dottin. So wickets falling in the last over. Help restrict that score to under 200. None of the bowlers were spared. The Dottin show. Kakar good as we expect. Dunkley, the wrist spinner, quite clever with that flipper to pick up her second wicket. But there were a lot of boundaries in that. Sophie Eccleston at the end there. 3 wickets all in the last over plus a run out. So that's what the Spirit will be chasing when we come back. 183 for them to finish third. Here at Dubai in the Fairbreak Invitational, and the run chase will be quite significant. The Spirit will be chasing 183 to win this game, and that much courtesy of a Deandra Dotton masterclass. She made the highest score of the tournament, and she hit 9 sixes in quite a powerful inning. Slow start from Dotton and then really accelerated through the middle and was dynamic at the end. Georgie Heath with me, that was quite something.
Honestly, it was quite something to witness. It was one of those things, as a bowler, you'd be like, I just don't know what to do now. There's nothing I could do. She can find every corner of this ground, and she really did today. She showed us why she rocks that world boss on her back, and they have set, the Barmy Army have set such a phenomenal target here. The highest target of the tournament so far. And it'll be Fatima Kibosu, who I'm out to opening the batting for the Spirit. The first time we've seen her open, so interested to see that one. And she'll be alongside Sophia Dunkley, who's had a good tournament so far.
Yes, and you see Dunkley just 23 there, and it seems she's been around longer than that, but she's a young veteran. She'll be facing Tara Norris. As we said, the chase here with highest of the tournament. The very first opening night, the Falcons and the Warriors, the Falcons chased down the 177 for 2, with their 178 for 2, and they had 8 balls to spare, so they may have made a bigger score. So it is possible. Once again, the pitches here have been a delight to bat on. So it is possible. Looking forward to this run chase. Tara Norris with the ball, Sophia Dunkley on strike. That won't be out. Pitched outside, missing leg. Let's just have a look at the field. 2 sweepers have to be out. We'll just check that. Not appealing for that one. Deep cover and a deep square leg, just in front of square leg. So there are 180-degree line between the 2 outfielders.
Remember that the Barmy Army side got off to quite a slow start, so it really just puts into perspective how explosive that finish was. And actually just sort of the latter half of the innings from Deandra Dotton on your screen there.
Dunkley goes hard and it just bounces in front of mid-on. Taking the Dotton example, but not getting much on it. A tad of swing in strikes the inside half of the bat, and Kavish gets a pretty ugly bounce there. Does quite well to stop it.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. They started somewhat slowly and then just accelerated, and there was a massive 17th over there. More than 20 runs coming for that. And then you look at the 20th over and there's 4 wickets. So, just mad.
Bowled full swinging, that's where you have to be with the new ball. You get the new Satch in your hand. Just swings a bit if you get it right.
We have seen the swing of Satch today, so yeah, we've seen it a lot through this tournament. The brand new shiny Satch.
And Tara Norris just rehearses the back of the hander. Is she giving that one away, or is that a double bluff? Oh, that's unplayable. Full swinging. That's not the quality of delivery that Fatima Kibosu is used to facing. And that really is just too good.
Yeah, this is great from Tara Norris. Full straight. Takes out her off stump there. And Kibosu has to go for none from just 2 deliveries. Spirit are 1 for 1.
Sarah Bryce of Scotland comes to the crease. And nearly gets the same ball that Faduma Kabusu gets. Successful over for the Barmy Army. The Spirit are 1 for 1 from 1. There's a bit of, we normally see the shoulder tapping from Tara, but Jermaine Campbell says, I can do that too. Tara Norris, the successful Barmy Army bowler, with her 4th wicket of the tournament, and she's just going around 6.8 and over, almost identical to Fatima Sama's economy rate. And they have been key in taking wickets for the Army. Oh, so I've never heard a no-ball call picked up as quickly, or called as quickly.
Yeah, you can see she's well over there, really, Fatima Sana. Maybe that's why it was such an early call. Easy call, that one. But it means Sophia Dunkley, who's already dispatched the no ball for a boundary, will be on strike with a free hit.
Sama short, it doesn't quite pay off. Dunkley swats that over mid-wicket. So we've got 10 off the first ball. So at that rate, they've got to win sometime during the 3rd over. It's always a great tactical decision what the bowler will go for on the free hit. Many bowlers go Yorker. Fatima Sama went bumper. Dunkley was up to the challenge. There's plenty of noise out there. Jermaine Campbell's got the troops going, which is good to see. A playoff for 3rd, 4th. Sometimes you think, well, it will drop our intensity a little. We certainly didn't see that from Deandra Dotton. And it can't sense any drop in intensity in the field, and Jermaine Campbell's leading that, as wicketkeepers so often do. They set the tone for the fielding side. Dunkley goes again and gets most of it. 1 bounce for 4.
Determination on Dunkley's face there. She's not quite got a hold of it how she might have wanted to, but it was a lovely 4 in the end from her, taking on the arm of Fatima Sana. Well over the fielder. No chance of reaching that.
About to have another free hit. Fatima Sama hasn't quite got the run up going at the moment. Well, I'd like to see where that lands actually, because the no ball's where your foot lands, which is there. So we could argue that that's okay, but it's not where you finish up. It's where the heel lands. Fatima Sana has one of those action where she really does skid through and makes it look worse than it is. Long on his back. It'll be another free hit. Bouncer for the first free hit, slower ball for the second free hit. Don't mind the thinking, it's just the execution was a little off.
So they've only conceded 2 no balls, and They've both come in this over for free hits. The Spirit.
This time Dunkley does get hold of it, and that is 6. That's the maximum penalty to pay for a free hit. Yeah, that was a remarkable statistic. They've only bowled 2 no balls, and it's these 2. Once again, I think that's a bad tactical decision. It's just a terrific shot.
It's the shot of someone in form who's seeing a ball well, isn't it? Down on one knee. Clears the rope. Really good from Sophia Dunkley so far. They needed this at the top of this chase.
She's gone again. There's a fielder out there. They're not getting that. This is a big over. There's a ball left. It is time for the skipper just to wander over and have a little word. And I'm sure that the no balls are putting Fatima Sana off. You can't have that thought when you're running to bowl. Run-ups should be automatic, and you start thinking about where your front foot's going. It ruins your rhythm completely. Oh, good bumper to finish. Well, that's a fascinating over, 26 for 1. The Spirit are off to a flyer in pursuit of the highest score of the tournament, 182 for 6 in the Barmy Army. Sophia Dunkley has just had a huge over, 25 off the previous over. Bit tougher against the Norris in-swing. Ruchi Venkatesh patrolling the third boundary.
Yeah, so this was the most expensive over of the Fairbreak Invitational so far. And it came at the hands of Sophia Dunkley having a swing, and also Fatima Sana not able to find her length with her run-up.
Tickle around the corner. They get 1. Now you can see that last over went. A couple of no balls, a wide, free hits. It's like the good old days, Georgie. 8 ball overs, you remember those?
I think I still bowl those. That's a good over. It's the May ones you've got to worry about. So Sarah Bryce has been opening throughout this tournament a lot for the Spirit side. So she came in early. Obviously they lost Kabusa early for naught. So she's used to this, and she might as well be an opener at that stage. So it's no change for her to be in this soon in an innings.
The drive wasn't quite aimed there. Yeah, she's had moments in this tournament. She's been part of some good opening partnerships. 17 runs is pretty good effort. She's been wicket keeping as well, but today she was in the field. I think it's been a good contribution to her team. Dunkley goes offside. No sweeper. We're in the power play. That's about a 5 bounce extra cover boundary. It's nice to have power over extra cover. Makes you very difficult to bowl at. And you get one of the legs dumped, just trickle away. Dunkley keeps the strike. Spirit 34 for 1. The Spirit are in pursuit of 183 to win this third and fourth place playoff, and Sophia Dunkley, she wants to get home early. Now, if you have a good day with the bat, often you have a good day with the ball as well. Dunkley goes high, gets it over. Not sure if it'll be 4. It plugs and just gets there. So the world boss gets a bit of her own treatment.
Yeah, she's been involved in a lot of boundaries today, Deandra Dottin, but she didn't want to be on the other end of this one. She just didn't quite get a hold of it, Sophia Dunkley. Maybe rotated her hands around a bit there, but it plugged somewhat, but just managed to get away from the two fielders in pursuit. So the first ball of Dottin over, gone for a 4, and Sophia Dunkley is racing along 33 from 15 at the moment.
He gets the chance to cut, and she'll be disappointed with that. The long on went out to protect the shot down the ground, and that gave a little more space on the offside, and Dunkley got the ball she was hoping for, picked out the fielder. And 5 in the circle on the offside. It's a fairly standard field. We're still in the power play. You are only allowed 2 fielders outside that 23-metre 30-yard ring. Leg car. Wow. Dunkley showing she's got some power as well.
So this is the second 6 of Dunkley's innings so far. Down on one knee and dispatches the world boss. She's watching that quite happily, isn't she? Gazing into the distance.
Yeah. Full and straight, and there's field to protect that. Now we just have a look at that last 6 from Dunkley. It's a little unorthodox. Here the hands are apart on the bat, and she's still generating power with that bottom hand. The orthodox position, and we just see it there in particular, that big gap between top and bottom hand. Orthodox, you have them together. It certainly works for her. Now you bash him for 6 and you deflect him for 4.
Yeah, Dunkley here giving Deandra Dottin a taste of her own medicine, really. Bashed it for 6, clips it for 4. And there's still another ball to come in this over. You feel at this point that if Spirit are going to make this, Sophia Dunkley will definitely be the key to it.
Dottin changes the angle, gets a result. Good thinking, rewarded with a dot. 48 for 1, the Spirit are on fire.
The mint is switched on and the Fairbreak Effect NFT drop is officially here. The owners of the NFTs gain a membership with exclusive access to players, competitions, giveaways and future events. So head on up to fairbreakeffect.com or scan the lovely little QR code for more.
Amanda Ahmed. Last night's player of the match. There are Bryce, his reputation is aside, and there's a delightful cut of the first ball.
Come on, Ross, come on, Ross.
7 for 7, good economy rate. If you He was the match winner last night with bat and ball. Oh, here's trouble. Oh, another direct hit. That's the 26th of the competition.
Interesting this, looking on your screens, Barmy were 20 for none at this point as well, so it just shows this start, but this was a misfield, followed by a misfield, the run, and then a great bit of throw here. Great throw here from the captain Laura Wolvart there. It was Laura Cardoso. Yeah, so racing along compared to where the Barmy Army were at this point, but we do know what happened after that.
Dunkley uses a a misfield. Thought they haven't covered it mid-off. Cardoso out there. Certainly well placed shot away to Wolvart's right. It's going to get there. Doesn't get there. Dunkley goes again. I'm not sure if that wasn't going to be a drop catch.
Oh, that's got some mighty power on it. I think I felt that up there. Man Ahmed's made of strong stuff. She'll be all right. Here Dunkley approaching that half century.
Just be a signal. She won't pick up the 50 yet, but it's pretty impressive stuff from Sophia Dunkley. 5 gone. The Spirit of 56 for 1.
And Dunkley on fire here, huge over of 25, the biggest of the tournament in the second, and continuing to absolutely hit the ball to all parts. Not that one as she ducks under. Changing commentary, I'm Mark Farmer. I'm joined by Isabel Duncan for the first time in a while.
Yes, hello Mark Farmer. They've got quite a gallop here at the Spirit. They are chasing the highest total of the tournament, 182. And these two now putting on 55 between them. And the momentum is moving.
Oh! Advantage world boss there as that angles in and ducks in and just follows Dunkley. What a ball.
And here it is. Gosh, that does move in. Lucky not to be bowled there. Exposes her stumps, Dunkley. The look of shock on her face. That's a great take from Shemaine Campbell. So athletic.
You can't underestimate that bit of keeping from Shemaine Campbell as well. Often goes unnoticed by many, but great reactions to be able to pick up on that ball.
Yeah, this power play going at a blast. The highest score for a power play in this tournament has been 58. May well exceed that. And the average 38.
Four dots in a row now, not something we've seen for a while. Good little battle as Dunkley tries to get some revenge on Dotton. So we just have a look at this ball again, and it just follows. But look at Shemaine Campbell able to pick that up late. And looking at the reaction, I think Dunkley was very keen just to have a look on the big screen and go, what happened there?
Turned right at the traffic lights, I think.
Short, big swing, and through to the keeper. The fifth dot of the ball, 7 balls since the last boundary, and shaping up to be a very good over for Dotton and the Barmy Army.
Yeah, they have been accelerating. Dunkley very impressive with the bat for her 48 off 29. Enterprising, manipulating the field. She's been innovative.
Slapped away, slapped straight, and it's going to go for 4. 4 off the last ball and 4 off it. The Spirit at the end of the power play, 60 for 1, and Dunkley brings up her 50. Have a look at this 4 again, just almost flat batted. With a little bit of Wimbledon topspin on there.
It's not pretty, but it does the trick, doesn't it? It's agricultural.
We're back, power play over, Spirit 60 for 1. Dunkley's brought up her 50 in double quick time, just off the 30 balls, and Bryce is just standing up the other end admiring it all. And the Spirit, after being one of the slowest in the power play, have just pulled off the fastest power play score in the tournament. Quite a change in approach as we see Ramana Ahmed into the attack.
Yes, Ramana Ahmed, she had a merry time of it last night. She was player of the match against the Tornadoes, in a losing cause, of course, in that semi-final. But her 35 not out and her 3 for 23 were pretty spectacular.
Cut away, cut well, but just the one. Yeah, Ramana Ahmed didn't get the opportunity today to carry on from her blasting last night. Phenomenal innings at the end. But hopefully she can work her magic with the ball. Rice dancing down the crease, doing a great support role with Dunkley, just making sure that she rotates that strike, and partnership going along very nicely, 62 off 37. Yeah, I mean, the Spirit, this is the best possible start for them when you're going after a big total, trying to chase down the Barmy Army's 182 for 6. They're set up quite nicely. Bismarck still to come, Nicola Carey still to come. Ramana unable to field off her own bowling again. Flag off that over. The Spirit 65 for 1 after 7.
Here are the highlights. That's a great ball. In swinging from the left arm of Norris. First wicket. And here's Dunkley powering her way. Rolls the wrist over that. Gets underneath it, tees off. We're loving Dunkley. And that is just muscled, flat batted.
Back here, having a look look at that summary, that big over in the second. And this partnership has just continued to tick along nicely, but a couple of small overs without boundaries for 6 balls. So Dunkley, I'm sure, will be looking to open things up again and kickstart as we see Fatamasana back into the crease. Her first over wasn't a pretty one, 25 off it, fair few no balls.
Yeah, she needs to erase that from her mind. No balls and wides in amongst it.
That's kept nicely by Bryce. Will it go all the way? It will. The Chris Saha from Hong Kong unable to drag it in. And Bryce getting in on the action.
Yeah, here it is again. Sana scrambled. They beautifully there by Bryce. Sarah Bryce, the younger sister of Catherine Bryce. Nice piece of timing. She's been eyeing up the gaps. There are 4 fielders outside of the ring now. We've finished the power play.
Short, pulled. It's just going to be the 1 run. Fatamasana probably been a little bit more expensive than she would have liked through the tournament. Clearly a very capable bowler. A shot by Bryce earlier in the over. Splitting the fielders in the deep very, very nicely, and the perfect partnership tracking along nicely.
Yeah, and we have a look at who's to come for the Spirit as well. It's a strong middle order there with Carey and Maroof.
Nice change up by Fatamasana, lovely Yorker. Just looking at run rates, is he? Run rate at the moment, the Spirit trucking along very, very nicely at 9, almost 9.5. Required rate at 9s. Really not much in it.
It was an exceptional power play. It's breaking the record of the highest score of power play was 58.
Again, she angles in at the pads of Bryce, and she's up to the challenge and able to just keep the scoreboard ticking over. There's 7 off the over already with just the 2 balls left.
Fatamasana, nickname Fatty Pop. She named herself that. I'm not taking the mick. She's a rising star in Pakistan. Women's Emerging Cricketer of 2021 by the ICC.
Short, and Dunkley ducks under it. And move across to the last ball. Quite an interesting comparison, that Barmy Army 146 for 1 at this stage, so just gives a sense of how explosive they were at the end and the damage that Dotton did. So look at that duck under a ball that really didn't get up that far. Great camera work.
And another great stop from Shemaine Campbell as well. Just taken on the ground by her knees. He's going to get past Shemaine Campbell. She's a bits and bobs cricketer as well. She can bowl and bat.
Dunkley comes down, looks to hit hard, unable to get much of it, and it's just going to be the 1. The Spirit still cruising along nicely at 73 for 1 after 8.
There's the bowling card. Norris, the only bowler so far to take a wicket. Sana, as you can see, has taken quite a bit of tap, going for 25 off her first over. She may rue that later on.
And this is the change we've all wanted to see as we look at that bowling card, and they're bringing in their 5th bowler, and we're going to see Laura Cardoso from Brazil. Known for her pace bowling. Excited to see this. Unfortunate start though. Drags down leg, and you can't afford to do that to Dunkley, and it looks like a no ball 2. As umpire Fairbreak Invitational from Hong Kong signals it. Very tough start.
This is her first ball of the tournament. Looks like doesn't look like a no ball to me. There's a bit of foot over the line there.
She might be a bit hard done by there. I think they sort of showed the replay on the big screen, which is why she's got a wry smile.
A little bit harsh.
Ball's up. Oh, it's just over. Wolvart. It's a much better delivery.
She's only 17 years old, Laura Cardoza. She's the youngest member of this tournament. See this again. It's the ball that's hit before and given as a no ball. A little harsh from the umpire. A teenage sensation. She became the first Brazilian female cricketer to take a hat-trick in an international T20.
Got bowled full, just the one run. I'm liking what I see here. It's great that she's finally got this opportunity to come in, and wow, what a time to come in. Start bowling your first overs in the tournament against a very informed Dunkley and a Bryce that's playing a phenomenal support role. What a challenge. Oh! Wow. Advantage Cardoso there. As Dunkley has a crack and all she manages is an inside edge. Oh. Fine margins, isn't it, Izzy?
Moral victory to the bowler in this case. She's looking to pick up her first wicket of the tournament here. She's had 3 ducks with the bat. Wants to make amends with the ball.
Well, again, and not helped out by her teammate Fatima Sana, who lets the ball go through her hands. It's a tough break. Oh, it's the last thing you need after getting the advantage before.
Getting a hard time of it in this over. Laura Cardoza, ooh, straight through the legs. It's a nutmeg. The loss of concentration, I think, there from Fatima Sana. 15 off the over so far. Here's Brazil.
Another well bowled ball. Goes 16 off the over, but I don't think that does justice to her, Laura Cardoso's first over in the tournament. Almost getting through the defences of Dunkley, and I hope that she gets another ball. Another over after this. She's definitely going to get another ball.
It's difficult when you haven't bowled the entirety of the tournament. It's finals day today. They're battling for the bronze medal here. Spirit and the Barmy army. So for Laura Cardoza, she just needs to get her rhythm back, find her line and length. We know she can do it. A talented cricketer, 17 years old.
Angled in at the pads, nice way to finish the over. First of the tournament, and the Spirit flying along at 92 for 1 after 9. Have a look at Dunkley's 50. She's trying to get her own back against Deandra Dotton, who had a phenomenal innings, and whatever you can do, I can do better, she's trying to say. It's 71, not out after 41. Great striking all around the ground against some of the world's best bowlers.
And here we have it, Dunkley up there, opening 71 off 41. Really impressive from her. She's still young, only 23. Picked up a couple of wickets as well with her bouncy leg spin. It's been a great game for her so far. And Bryce just in a supporting role with her 15.
Chris Saha from Hong Kong into the attack. Nice little bit of it away shape. Will it A catch just out of reach of the world boss. A very nice start for Ikra. Ikra sort of had, I think, one over previously in the tournament, so a great opportunity for her to get the ball in hand and make her mark, and well, she will make a mark if she's able to take one of these wickets here.
We like that. A bit of variation here from Ikra Saha. She's a rising star in Hong Kong. She likes to take the new ball. Obviously, Mark, you know all about her. Working out there in Hong Kong with these cricketers. High performance.
Yeah, she's a great young cricketer, great young talent, who has absolutely been loving this experience. She just takes the pace off that ball. Nice little couple of variations as she just tries to go a little bit straighter. And now she's going to have a great challenge. What an opportunity to test her skills against a great international cricketer and Sophia Dunkley, and someone that is going along very nicely and seeing the ball well today. Struck away to the leg side. It's just going to be the one.
Fatamasana makes sure of it this time. Yeah, she's got an interesting backstory, Ikra. She was inspired by her father, who passed away a number of years ago. She's from a Pakistani family. She also speaks fluent Cantonese, in addition to, I would imagine, Urdu and English as well. Great diversity in this Hong Kong team.
Wide, cut, just for one. This innings from Dunkley now, 73, goes past the Spirit's previous high score by batter by Dhaka Chantham, who got 72 against the Warriors. Partnership looking like we're going to potentially, trying to touch wood here, chalk up another 100 partnership, currently 95 off 57. Oh, lovely piece of bowling, great away shake. What a way for Ikra to finish the 10th over. We're going to have a drink. The Spirit, 96 for 1.
Well, the Spirit got it down to 87 needed from 60 balls after a fantastic first 10. The second best first 10 of the tournament. The best was by the Falcons against the Warriors on opening day when they were 97 at the halfway mark. The Spirit just one behind that. There's going to be a change of bowling at the Dubai Sports City end. Selena Solomon taking up the attack, replacing Laura Cardoso, bowled 1 over in the first 10. Hello, Tornado. See you later in the final. Good first ball. Adam Collins picking up commentary. I have Georgie Heath with me.
Hello to you, Adam. This could be really exciting, this next 10 overs. If Dunkley stays in, we're in for a really tight finish here. And the Falcons will be watching on.
The Hong Kong players there, Marina Lamplau, Rico Hill, been good contributors through the course of the last couple of weeks. As is Selena Solomon. Dunkley slaps that down to long off. There have been 96 sixes in this competition. I wonder whether Dunkley can take that to 100 by the end of this third place playoff. The sort of form she's in, she's cleared the ropes twice.
A few batters on that balcony there. We'll be hoping they'll be hitting a few sixes later on for the Tornadoes.
Ooh, full. Above waist high. We'll see. Cardoso tidies up. Good piece of fielding. 100's up. It is a no ball as well. You can see bottom right there just how far ahead the Spirit are compared to where the Barmy Army were at this corresponding part of the innings. About 40 ahead. Just the 6th no ball of the tournament. Only the Falcons have bowled more. Free hit. And skied. Little pluck. I might look for 2. With the single.
Yeah, we've seen those direct hits in this tournament so far. I don't think at this stage Sophia Dunkley and Sarah Bryce want to be risking it when they don't need to for that, just for their extra run.
There's the boss, Sean Martin, who's with the broadcast earlier. Back to us there. Partnerships up to 101 from 62 balls. Dunkley straight once more. Doesn't quite go the journey. The toe end of the bat. Dunkley very nearly lost her leg stump to the Cardoso over. Gee, she was unlucky. 16 runs coming from it, but a no ball where she didn't overstep. A misfield on the boundary from Fatima Sana went through her legs and was within an inch or so of knocking over Sophia Dunkley and completely changing this game. Work in her follow through. Solomon took a couple of catches against the Sapphires in the game that ensured that the Barmy Army would make the final 4, then had 2 dropped off her bowling. So deep point, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. Bryce the anchor here. She's made 21 of the 102 in this partnership. Make that 22 of 103. She retains the strike. The Spirit, 11 overs gone, 104 for 1. So the Spirit right on track. 4 wickets for 1 run in the final over for the Barmy Army. 3 of those for Eccleston, plus the run out of Dotton at 111 in the first innings. They need 8.8 runs and over from here, the Spirit, but they're going at 9.4 at the moment. On track. Good start to Saha's second over, full and straight. Dunkley played it well through the opening stages, effectively milking the strike. But now Bryce has to lift her run rate a fraction. Has to be above 100 to help Dunkley on her way. Put down.
That could have been the second caught and bowled of the innings. It feels a long time ago since we saw Kibasu go caught and Oh no, I sound mistaken. Caught boulders earlier on. I'm sorry, but yeah, it seems a long time ago since we saw Kavasu go to Norris.
You're seeing there the deflection from the hands. It can happen. Double headers every day. You can easily lose your way. No concerns there. Powerful from Dunkley. One bounce over the rope. She's on fire. Striking at 168. Watching it all the way down onto the blade. When she fell yesterday, stumped from the bowling at Tipoc, that semi-final turned on its head. She was on 45 from 30 balls at that juncture against the Falcons, and they needed her to do exactly what she's doing here to stay with the run rate for the Spirit. Oh, catches the call, and it just clears Dotton. She was in the frame. She got a finger on it, I reckon, running back with the flight of the ball. The frustrated throw comes in.
Yeah, it's difficult. It was going over her. She had to turn and run, decide. You know, taking it over that shoulder is really one of the toughest catches you can do, and she's so athletic. She set off and she had the pace. And yeah, I think it's gone through her hands in the end there. The underdot, and she made the ground and just couldn't get that grab in the end.
They got everything right to get to the contest and time the dive well too. Just flick their fingers and they stick or they don't those. 3 out on the leg side for Dunkley. Goes straight back over the bowler's head. Fabulous striking. That's Dunkley's third 6. So it's 97 for the tournament. Oh yeah, back pad kissing the turf as contact's made. Stylish stuff. Already a big over, 13 from it, 1 to come. And retains the strike. Working it around nicely, Dunkley. They need 65 from 48 balls to Spirit. They're 118 for 1. So Dotton, the defining player in the game so far. Dunkley 12 away from the 2nd century in this 3rd place playoff, Fairbreak Invitational 2022. They're up right on 10 and over. The Spirit, who qualified first. The 2 times they've been asked to chase, they've lost. Once against the Barmy Army in the group stage, and then yesterday in the semi-final against the Falcons.
But Romana Ahmed is going to take the ball. Player of the match yesterday, so maybe she can make some magic happen.
What's been your moment of the tournament, Georgie?
Oh, sitting next to you, Adam.
Okay. Don't really know where to take that now. Bryce on the charge. Gives the strike back straight away.
I note that you didn't agree. I don't know. I think that
it was a question without notice, granted, but
the opening ceremony I thought was pretty cool. Like seeing the players.
Opening ceremony.
Yeah, seeing all the players come out.
I've gone moment of the tournament. You've gone with.
All right. Okay.
Sitting with you in the opening ceremony. Give us something about the cricket.
Okay, maybe I'm just lining up. I'm saying the opening ceremony was pretty cool, but I actually think seeing ANTI-PIRACY bosh that 100 on opening night and sort of catapult the tournament into the zeitgeist was pretty cool.
Shot. Again, Dunkley through the 80s so quickly. She's doing just as Dotton did in the first innings of this game. And having time as well I mean, sure, she's going early, but from there she can do what she wants if it's a full toss. Romana unable to adjust. Strike rate up to 175. Does the same thing. The response is better. Hitting the crease line. So Adipati 100, I like it.
Yeah, so what's yours then, if mine was so poor?
Other than sitting next to you for 2 weeks. I might take it on notice and come back to it during the 14th over. Last ball here. Ooh, that would have been my moment of the tournament had Romana knocked the bails off and run out the non-striker. Maybe next year. So Dunkley retains the strike. She's up to 94. The Spirit. 58 from the final 7 overs. They're 125 for 1. The sun setting for the final time in this tournament. Double headers throughout. Third place playoff. Tara Norris will be important in that final stretch. She has the 1 wicket so far, an outstanding in-swinging Yorker to Kibasu, who had no hope of keeping that out. Bowled for a second ball duck. .47 runs coming from the last 5 overs. If they hit 47 from the next 5, it'll just about be job done. They've got time on their side, the Spirit. Which is why they're throwing the ball back to the bowler who has the 1 wicket today for them, the Barmy Army, Tara Norris. The American opening bowler, making her international debut last year. We're seeing something going on there at the stumps. They're just fiddling with the mic, so we'll have a moment to consider my moment of the tournament. I think Winifred Durasingham's match-winning hand was pretty special. The 3 for 24 she took in a hurry. I think when she came on to bowl that 16th or 17th over, the opposition, the Warriors, were 1 down in cruise control, and then the Malaysian ripped the game out of their hands, which was crucial considering they're in the final later today. So Nyaji's 4-for. Again, sort of an associate nation player taking advantage of a big stage. I think that they were the moments that stand out to me. Henrietta Ishimwe, her response to taking the wicket first ball when she bowled Nick Carey, isn't featuring for the Barmy Army today, but what a great tournament the 19-year-old Rwandan had. Here's Norris. We're back on. Dunkley squeezes that over backward point. They'll want a second. And they take on Cardoso. Well played.
Yeah, it was just past the diving Selena Solomon there. She's been so good in the field. The player from Vanuatu. Oh no, I stand corrected. Dottin. Oh, flying Dottin. A flying Dottin appeared, but no. Even she, after her innings earlier, isn't quite discovering the magic in this innings that Barmy Army so desperately need.
Off pace, Dunkley goes straight onto 100 as well. The England international has been so impressive over the last couple of years, taking one step after the next, becoming one of the most formidable players in world cricket. 100 from 57 balls, appreciated by all who are watching it here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. That was their 15th 4. There have been 3 6s along the way. This partnership of 130 could be defining Dunkley. What a star.
She has absolutely shone in this tournament, Sophia Dunkley, and I think it's just one of those moments that will stick in the memory of everyone at Fairbreak this year.
That needed to be perfect from Romana to have the run-out opportunity. Seeing here, backing away Norris. Slower ball, off pace, whack, mid-off inside the circle, and the Spirit love it.
And that's the thing, it's the moment when she's done it as well. She's delivered when it really mattered. We saw that astonishing century from Dottin earlier, and we thought, oh, surely the Barmy Army have set them far too much here. And Sophia Dunkley has gone out there, she's dug in, and she's put in an absolute stellar performance.
So a 50 balls hunt from Dottin earlier. Dunkley's comes in 57. Dotton's second 50 came in 17 balls. Dunkley's not quite going at that pace, but they still need 51 from 39. She's going to have to bat through this innings to ensure the Spirit reach the finish line. You know what a couple of quick wickets can do. Short off the cue end. And Dunkley's first T20 century as well.
T20, Charlotte Edwards T20 Cup has just kicked off in England, so Dunkley will be hoping to take this form back to the South East Stars with her.
She had a brilliant domestic season last year, didn't she, Dunkley? Through all formats, including the 100. Ooh, hit him. Not quite. Yeah, she made her test debut, made a half century at the first time of asking. Played a wonderful innings to win a close one-day international against India down in Taunton, coming in with Catherine Brunt 5 down with about 120 to get. Was solid through the World Cup, very consistent for England. Now very much established in that team and in this competition. A couple of half centuries. Now going on for 3 figures in the third place playoff. Four more to finish. Yep. That struck so hard. Dunkley up to 105, bringing up 100 in the 14th over. The Spirit have 46 to get from 36 balls. They're 137 for 1. So the best of the Dunkley century coming out to open today. Put her foot down in the second over. Had a bit of luck against Cardoso. Then really started to unleash the straight 6 off Saha, and then that slap, picking up the slower ball onto 3 figures in 57 balls. This partnership now worth 136 from 83 balls. This match has mirrored one innings to the next. There was a big stand for the second wicket for the Barmy Army. Well, they added 139, Dotton and Woolvart. This pair are 3 away from that milestone and 46 away from the victory. 6 overs to go. Solomon stays in the attack. So they've used 7 bowlers, Georgie. They've got plenty of options through the final stretch. I hope they use Cardoso again.
Yeah, she was looking good. She was very unlucky, like you were saying, but it's one of those things that you almost just giving everyone an over here and there because you're just trying to make something happen. You just need one of them to produce that bit of magic. Like you so often have that Heather Knight golden arm, that sort of situation, and obviously she's not playing today. Just the one there. Yeah, she's not playing today, so you need just that bit of magic to produce and break this partnership, and I think the Barmy Army would really back themselves.
Yeah, I think 1 wicket, in all probability, Bismarck Maroof comes out next. She made a duck yesterday. Carey missed out yesterday as well. She's at 5. Then Sophie Eccleston, the finisher, at 6. So plenty of batting to come. But we've seen many games play out this way in the Fairbreak where runs on the board have proved vital at the end. That helps the chasing team. In the end, a pretty good effort from Campbell. They could have easily ended up as 5 wides. She's okay. Ouch. Maybe on the ball of the ankle. So another ball sprayed down the leg side, 2 in a row. With fine leg and square leg inside the circle. If Dunkley gets anything on either of those, they're going to the boundary or maybe over the rope. Deep cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket before outside the circle. They're cruising here. That's better.
That bit of keeping there from Campbell, it might have looked a bit ugly, but it was really good from her. She's been so dynamic in the games that she's played. Obviously, she's out with injury for a bit, but I think wicketkeepers don't get enough celebration in cricket. We've seen what she's been up to, and then obviously we saw the 5 stumpings from Babette de Leader, and actually the wicketkeeping has been such high quality throughout the entire tournament, really.
Across the stumps, goes aerial, over the top of square leg, couple of bounces over the rope. It was inevitable that Dunkley will be able to get across their stumps and make contact at some stage. 17 fours now to go with 3 sixes. Top edge, but doesn't matter. I say top edge, better than that, but doesn't middle it at the very least, and just plugs and spills over the rope. Partnership up to 143. Second highest stand in the tournament. They want to think better of it. Stop Woolvart. Acting captain today. All eyes on her. How does she manage the final 5 overs? She's got 1 over from Norris, a couple from Vadamasana, a couple from Dotton. Romana Ahmed has 1. I expect that's where they'll find their 5. Bryce retains the strike. That partnership up to 145, the equal most in the tournament. The Spirit need 37 from 30. They're up to 146 for 1. We'll have a change of commentary with Mark Farmer and Izzy Duncan driving it through to the end.
What a game it's been. Started off with Dotton going absolutely ballistic. 8 fours and 9 incredible sixes, striking it over 209. Eccleston picking up 3 wickets in their, or 4 wickets in their last over of the innings. And now it's all the Dunkley show. Ball's up. It's going to fall into space. Threatened to take 2. There's the one thing here, it's not been spoken about much, but I'm going to talk in a moment about Bryce's innings, because I think she's done a phenomenal supporting role here. 28 off 31, she's only hit the 1 boundary, which tells you that she's just been rotating the strike. She's just been getting off strike and going, it's all yours, Sophia Dunkley. I'm just going to stand at the other end and watch you do your thing. And that's a fantastic skill. It's not an easy thing to do, and she's done a phenomenal job. It's not wided. We're using the MCC interpretation of the rule. If the umpire feels that the batter could have played a shot and got bat on it, it won't be wided.
And we know what a phenomenal batter Bryce is. She loves to cut, she plays spin well down the ground. And we have somewhat neglected her. We've been focusing on Dunkley.
Ball's up, it's up, and it's going to fall short. Ball just keeps dropping into space, and there's nothing there for the Barmy Army to try and latch onto just yet.
Unlucky here for the Barmy Army. Couldn't get hold of it. It just plugs in the outfield. Nobody near it, in no man's land. Here is Bryce, all going swimmingly here for the Spirit, but with the required run rate, in fact, well over it. Plenty to come in Maroof, Carey and the Biffa Eccleston.
Bryce continuing to do her thing, finding a way to get off strike, even though it's gone straight to the fielder in the ring. And I just wonder whether the Barmy Army tactically are missing a little bit of a trick and really need to just try and make something happen. And can they do that by trying to squeeze on Bryce a little bit more. If you're in the ring, come in, make sure you're off the line a little bit to make sure you squeeze that single. We've seen a lot of run-outs this tournament. Can you create a little bit of indecision out there? Dotton goes short. And Dunkley seeing it like a beach ball and just ducks under it and says, no drama. Go back and bowl another one at me.
Well, it's true that Dunkley has grabbed the majority of the strike, and that has been manufactured well here by the Spirit. There she is, just ducking out of it. Sees it nice and early. And get up that high, ending the back there. Dot in.
Groan from Dunkley as she reaches for the ball, and that's going to conclude the 16th over. Just the 4 off it. Spirit 150 for 1 after 16. And the mint is switched on, and the Fairbreak Effect NFT drop is officially here. Owners of the NFTs gain a membership with exclusive access to players, competitions, giveaways and future events. Head to fairbreakeffect.com for more, or scan the QR code on screen.
And it's Fatty Popsana who's got the ball in hand in these death overs.
Oh, just out of reach, it's down the ground, and they're going to cut off. Great bit of fielding by Kavisha Kumari, who's been a real find this tournament.
Here it is. Does she get any fingers to it? No, she doesn't. Sana, it's so well fielded. Out there on the boundary. Just pops in the Hollywood roll. Cuts it off. Kumari.
And off in the ring. I'll be surprised if Sophia Dunkley takes that on. She tries, gives herself room, and is going to run out. Oh! What could have been? I think we'll look back at that and could be a missed chance.
Just not grabbing their chances here, Barmy Army. Crucial stages. Direct hit. Is there a little juggling act? Is there a clean pickup? There's a clean pickup. She just misses there. Fatty Popsana.
I reckon she could have almost run that into the stumps. I remember who it was. Was it one World Cup someone actually held the ball and Supermaned into the stumps to get a run out? There we go, Jonty Rhodes, someone yells from the back of the comm box. And Adam Collins is a library of knowledge. Apparently that reference was to Jonty Rhodes against Pakistan in the 1992 Cricket World Cup. And Inzamam Al-Haq was the batsman. Very useless trivia, but might as well share it.
And Imran Khan was the captain, and they won the World Cup.
There we go, we see the change in field here. Deep covers coming in and long off going out. Sophia Dunkley's signalled her intentions. I'll just change that around. And it doesn't matter that's going behind square, but it's just going to be the one. One-way traffic, Izzy, but we know, and we've seen it throughout this tournament, that it just takes one wicket and the momentum can shift very quickly. But the Barmy Army are going to need that wicket very soon.
And we'll see what happens in these death overs. We've had eventful death overs before in previous matches where wickets have tumbled.
Short, Bryce pulls, it's in the air. And they've got that wicket and a huge celebration from Fairbreak. Could that be the opening? Could that be the opportunity for the Barmy Army to change their fortunes? Bryce out for 30 off 34. Fairbreak drops short. Bryce takes it on. And Ramana Ahmed just manages to keep it in the fingertips. That ends the 154-run partnership as Bryce departs. She's out for 30 off 34 in the Spirit, 155 for 2. And that great bit of fielding brings in Sophie Eccleston to the crease. Obviously promoted up the order for her striking power. Fielding nicely by Solomon on the boundary. And that concludes the 17th over. The 1 wicket from it. Spirit 156 for 2.
Here's the wicket. Fairbreak wicket. It's the end of Bryce. Doesn't control the shot. Maybe a great catch. Here it is. It's Ramana. Gets underneath it. Ramana Ahmed had a fantastic match yesterday. It's a lovely catch. Taking their opportunities.
We're going to see a change in bowling too. Norris coming into the attack for a 4th and final over. I think that's a signal from the skipper going, let's see if we can take another wicket. Try and make sure that we take this game as deep as possible. We get ourselves into the last over, anything can happen.
If you look at where the Barmy Army were, 154 for 1 at this stage, so we're pretty level pegging here.
Struck down the ground. It's going to be the 1 run. Dunkley moves along to 118 off 71 balls, striking it over 165.
Well, I don't think we're surprised to see Eccleston promoted up the order. She's a great biffer. She's a finisher. 29 not out in the semi-final yesterday. And was also a 22 not out against the Warriors. She can put her foot down when needed.
Assistant coach there. Struck hard down the ground. It looks like that's going to be 4, and it is. Eccleston, there's a reason why she was promoted up the order, and it was for just that. Lovely shot down the ground for 4.
Here it is, Norris bowling. It's in the slot for Eccleston. Positive, good stride forward and drives it in the V. A classic shot.
Shot, isn't it? Straight out the middle. Goes short, off the hip. Nikra Saha does the work down there. Tidy work it is too. It's not going to get any easier for Norris because that brings Dunkley on strike. So 118. Highest score of the tournament.
There's Vidya in camera shot. He's been doing an awful lot of organising. He's from India.
She's been involved with Fairbreak for a long time. Great asset to the Fairbreak team. She's worked tirelessly behind the scenes, along with many others, to get this tournament going, and it's been an absolutely incredible experience for all involved.
The Barmy Army have got to hold their nerve here. It's important which bowlers take the ball. We know that Fatima Sana has one left, Deandra Dottin has one left in the bank, so does Romana Ahmed. I'm not sure we'll see Laura Cardotha again, but who knows.
Up in the air. Could be a collision, no. The right thing in the end. Shemaine Campbell runs round. She's so quick, easy catch. And Eccleston departs for 5.
Here it is. Going to get a top edge. Just creeps up on her. It wasn't short enough for that shot. Good take from Campbell. It was always the keepers with the gloves. An easy catch in the end on the move. And the score 163 for 3.
Across her crease into the leg side. It's going to split the gap. 4 more. It's Dunkley's day. Takes her along to 123. The Spirit move along to 167 for 3 after 18. 16 required off 12.
Here's the boundary. Puts it away. Dunkley just seeing it so well. Big double-decker white bus. Muscled into the onside. Finds the gap.
And Nicola Carey comes into the crease, courtesy of the Eccleston leading edge that was taken by Shemaine Campbell. Nicola Carey, not known for it previously, but striking at over 170 strike rate in the tournament. She's been in fine touch as we have a look over at the Falcons. Enjoying watching this. Spirit's run rate currently 9.2, required 8s. Fatima Sana, expensive so far, but they'll call on her. She's full and wide. And it's a lovely shot in the gap by Nicola Carey. That's 4. It's a day for the batters.
Here it is. It's crisp and it's classic from Carey. She's not going to hang around. There it is again. Beautiful half volley. And the slot there for her.
Tremendous batting wicket this. Full toss. Clearing the rope comfortably. Carey's not going to muck around. What a shot. Advantage the Spirit.
Yeah, Fatima Sana just losing her radar here. It's a full bunger and it's a gift. And Carey taking full advantage. Only 6 needed off 10 now. Can't bowl those at this stage. She's been hit for a few runs today, Fatima Sana.
Yeah, Fatima Sana, the most expensive spell in the tournament. Kicked off with that 25 run over, which was the most expensive over in the tournament. She's got 4 balls left in this over to try and turn that around. Short. Great piece of batting from Carey. That's 4 more. It goes over short. Third man. It's an expensive over. 14 off it. And we've still got 3 balls to go.
Yeah, really leading from the front here, Carey. Difficult bounce as well. The bounce rose on her. Just gets the bat underneath. She knows where the fielders are. Nobody down there at third man.
There's lots of firsts and lots of highest happening at the moment, and Carey's got the highest strike rate in the tournament, now striking at over 180 across her innings. Change up, and it's just outside the tram lines, and Fatima Sana cannot catch a break.
She's struggling a bit there, Fatima Sana. Captain's had faith in her, Wolvart. Tossed her the ball, the penultimate over. There were other choices. Dottin certainly has an over left, as does Ahmed.
And I'm told this is the third time in women's T20 cricket that there's been a century in both innings. What a catch! What a catch against the run of play. Carey's got a smile, but it's a useful wicket. And it's just a consolation, I think, for Fatima Sana.
Just plucks out the fielder here, Carey. Here she goes. She gets hold of it. The ball's travelling. A lovely catch from Wolvart. She doesn't put those down. It's straight to her, straight down her throat. She can laugh it off, Nicola Carey. She's done the business. One now to win. The bronze medal dangling in front of the Spirit. 182 for 4.
Maroof to the crease, and that is the one run that they need. That is the Spirit's game. They take third place. Sophia Dunkley unbeaten, the highest score from an individual in the tournament of 123 off 73 deliveries, striking at over 168. What a phenomenal chase. Chalk that up as well. It's the highest team total. We're ticking off records left, right and centre. What an innings. We thought we'd seen it all with Deandra Dotton's 111 in the first innings. Not to be outdone by Sophia Dunkley, that said, whatever you can do, I can do better.
13 sixes in this match. All down to Dottin and Dunkley. It has been all about the bat in this match. High scoring, very exciting, and that huge partnership, 154, the highest in the tournament between Bryce and Dunkley. There is Maroof. He's had to face one ball and hit the winning run.
What a way to finish the tournament. There's no better way to win right at the end of the tournament and know that you've had a great time doing it. So Maroof was lucky enough just to chalk up the winning run, but what a way, what an innings from Dunkley. Absolutely phenomenal. Carey came out, did the business very quickly. She's had a phenomenal tournament and has led incredibly well. As we have a look at that scorecard, well, it looks like it's all the Dunkley show, and it is 123 off 73, but it can't be understated. Bryce, 30 off 34, one boundary, I believe. She just did a phenomenal job of making sure that Dunkley had every opportunity to score runs. Carey's contribution, she came out, smashed it, made sure that there was no need to go to the last over, and wicket in the first over. They had to wait a very long time, and Fatima Sana, it's not a night to remember for her. No balls, the most expensive spell in the tournament and the most expensive over in the tournament. It's not a fair reflection of her abilities, but a tough one.
Look at this. They're all over each other. Spirit absolutely ecstatic, and so they should be. What a performance there. Dunkley is being mobbed, enjoying every minute of it. The highest score for her, 123.
Just have a look at that summary. Dotton, first innings, picked up the highest score of the tournament, and then that was outdone very quickly by Sophia Dunkley. Eccleston, well, her last over, 4 wickets from it and 1 run. I think the Barmy Army might look at that and worry about it. So, Barmy Army, 182 for 6, chased down very easily by the Spirit, 183 for 4. And we'll be back shortly for the post-match presentation. Welcome back, and what a match, a night for the batters. Dotton 111 off 53, and the Barmy Army would have been thinking that they were in a great spot. Q, Sophia Dunkley, she said, whatever you can do, I can do better. Finished with the highest score in the tournament by an individual, and the Spirit chased it down with an over and 1 ball to spare. What a phenomenal match. And I think we are ready now to throw down to Lesser for the post-match formalities.
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation for the third place playoffs between Barmy Army and Team Spirit. And a huge congratulations to Team Spirit for winning that by 6 wickets. And now I'd like to welcome, say a special thank you for the sponsors for their continued support, which is the SDG Impact Fund as well as Genco. And now to call on to Laura Wolfart, captain of Barmy Army. Laura, it's always good to chat to you. It's quite unfortunate that you didn't win this one, but what's your make on how the team performed today?
Yeah, I think definitely a game that we wanted to win. Coming third in a competition like this would have been really incredible. Yeah, I thought we had enough on the board at half time, to be honest. Dotton batted really, really well, but yeah, I think all credit goes to Sophia Dunkley. She, everything I threw at her, she kind of hit away. So yeah, she batted really well.
But you also had a good time with the bat, getting that half a century. Must be great to be having your time with the bat as well today.
Yeah, nice to get some runs. Played a bit of a supporting role to D-Dot though. She was going all guns blazing. So yeah, in hindsight, probably could have gone a bit harder a bit earlier, seeing what Dunkley did up front. So yeah, but good game overall. Did you enjoy the captaincy today? I did. It was a lot to think about. It's never easy when someone's scoring 120 against you to set fields and that type of thing. So not the easiest introduction, but a good learning experience. And last question, that catch, it must have been great to just get that catch at the end. Yeah, a bit anticlimactic because they needed one to win. But yeah, it was cool. Well, thank you. Hard luck, but great on you and your performance as well as your team. Thank you. And that was Laura Wolfart. And now it's time to call on to the player of the match. She's done incredibly well with the bat today, scoring the highest runs in this competition thus far, getting 123 runs off 73 balls that helped her team get over the line. And of course, we've got Mr. Mahinda Villamparm, I hope I got that name right, and he is the ICC director. And let me call Sophia Dunkley. Congratulations, Sophia, and you get yourself a smartwatch.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh,
great to see you, Dunkley.
Thank you.
123 runs. Sophia, it seemed like you had a good day at the office with the bat today.
Yeah, I think, it's been a great competition so far, so really nice to end on a high and get the win today and come in third place.
Yeah, it's always good to end on a high, but I'm sure you've got a special message to your teammates and just being part of this incredible tournament.
Yeah, for sure. It's been absolutely incredible to meet everyone on my team. It's such a great bunch of people and, made some friends for life now, so it's been great to be around and, yeah, it's just really good to get out on a high. And would you say that today was one of your standout moments in this competition? Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably my first 100 in T20 cricket altogether, so, yeah, nice milestone for me, but I think it's just really nice to get that win today and now we can watch the final and see who's going to get that trophy as well. Yeah. Thank you so much. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
And that was Sophia Dunkley. Give her a round of applause. And now I'd like to call Nicola Carey, the winning captain of Team Spirit. And she receives a check for the $5,000 USD. Congratulations, Nicola.
Thank you. Am I taking this?
Yes, you are. It belongs to you and your team. Congratulations. Must be great to seal it off on a high note.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable game. For D-Dot and Laura to come out and bat how they did and put on a really good total there. And then for Dunks to come out and take that on and come out really aggressively and to sort of match that and do one better was, it was an absolutely incredible game and hopefully a really good one to watch. And after the first innings, did you think that you'd be able to come in the second innings and bring on that amazing chase that you put on? Oh, to be fair, I thought it was a really good batting wicket, as it has been throughout this tournament. So I thought anything was chaseable, and we knew that we had to come out there with really good intent. And Dunks coming up to the top of the order really showed how to go about it. And I thought Brycey batted beautifully there, sort of just getting her back on strike. And it was an unbelievable inning. So to get over the line, chasing that total was pretty incredible. And a special message to the tournament overall and your teammates? Oh, look, it's been a fantastic tournament, to be honest. Thoroughly enjoyed this 2 weeks here, as of all the girls. So, it's been incredible what they've done and to bring it all together. And, I've loved my time here and I can't wait to do it again if they'll have me back. And we'll see you next year again. Thank you so much, Nicola, and congratulations once again. Thanks very much. And that's it from me here at the post-match presentation.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up, we've got the final of the inaugural SDG Fairbreak Invitational 2022. This great match between the Falcons and the Tornadoes here under lights at the Dubai International Stadium. We'll see you soon.